Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Taj and I'm back today with some more free tea. So today I'm so excited about this video because we're going to be talking about 2 things that allow me to manifest 100 times faster than I've ever manifested. And I had to think back and do some meditating on some of the things that I manifested and that it seemed like they manifested so extremely fast for me. And I was able to nail down exactly what I did and share these things with you. And so today we're going to be talking about states, and we're also going to be talking about how the feeling is actually the secret, and not the feeling is the secret in the way that you guys have always heard it talked about, not in the way that Neville talks about it, but just in my own personal specific way. And also we're going to talk about states in a way that I don't think you've heard, or if you have, not very often, okay? So if you are interested in this video, then just keep on watching. If you are looking for a great source to help you lock in and focus on your preferred state, I highly recommend checking out the app Aura Health. Aura Health is an all-in-one sleep and wellness app, and they have tons of content ranging from focused meditations, affirmations, EFT tapping, one-on-one coaching, breath work, sound healing, podcasts, and so much more. I personally love using Aura Health for their focused meditation and breath work, especially when I'm meditating on a preferred reality and manifesting my desires. So if you want a great place to find content around the law of assumption or just different modalities that can help you with excess stress and anxiety, Aura Health is my favorite app in place for this. So if this sounds like something that you would enjoy, you could actually get started today for free, and the first 500 people to use the link down below will get a free trial to the Aura membership plus an exclusive 25% off the Aura membership. Thank you so much to Aura Health for sponsoring today's video. So, first things first, when it comes to the things that I've manifested, and I have 2 things in mind that I've talked about before on this channel, but what those 2 manifestations had in common for me were the fact that I completely locked in. I locked in and I made a decision in a moment. I made a decision to choose a state that felt better, a preferred state. What state was it that I preferred besides being a person who suffered from acne? I preferred a state in which I did not have acne, in which I had glass skin. I want to actually stop right here and say this. Our natural state of being as humans anyway is a state of well-being. Well-being is the state of being happy, healthy, content, satisfied, all of those things, right? That is our natural God-given state. Think about babies, think about children. If there's nothing wrong with a baby, if they're not hungry, if they don't need a diaper change or anything like that, their natural state is one of well-being. They're just naturally happy. They're naturally content. They're naturally in a good mood. This is our natural state. Our natural God-given state is a state of well-being. So the preferred state that I will speak of in this video is I prefer my natural state, which is well-being. The reason why so many of us are not consistently and persistently in our natural state of well-being anyway, is because we allow external circumstances to take us out of our natural state of well-being, such as negative thoughts that we're telling ourselves too. We allow, because obviously life be lifing, right? So we allow acne, body dysmorphia, not having enough money, all of these external negative conditions, we allow them to take us out of our natural state of well-being, period. So continue with the video, and hopefully I won't interrupt anymore. The state when I was manifesting my car, instead of wanting to continue to stay in a state that said, oh, I have a car that is always breaking down on me, or it's not reliable, or it's always something wrong with it, or the story that says if it's not one thing, it's another, okay? I decided in a moment that I was tired of experiencing or associating or identifying with those states simply because I was stressed, I was depressed, I was anxious in those states. Stress, depression, and anxiety are manifestations of a state. Your state is what manifests, right? So I wanted to choose a state that I preferred over those states. So I preferred the state of having clear skin, meaning I'd rather tell myself, and to some people this is called being delusional, but I would rather tell myself that I have clear skin versus live in a state that says I have acne. I would rather tell myself that I have a reliable, nice car versus the state that says I have a broke down car that is non-reliable. You have to get to a point where you are literally just sick and tired of your current circumstances. You're fed up to here with it, and you are willing to do and willing to choose a preferred state, because here's where feeling this a secret comes in at, because that preferred state simply feels better. Abraham Hicks always talks about care about how you feel. And I've been listening to Abraham Hicks for years and years and years, and I've understood it, but there's layers and levels to understanding information, which is why I probably come off as very repetitive on this channel, but repetition rewires the brain. So I've recently relearned and rediscovered that a part of why I've been so successful in certain manifestations and so super fast is because I chose a preferred state, and that preferred state felt better than my current state, meaning it felt better in my body. So in the moment where I decided, you know what, I'm tired of being stressed and depressed about this acne. I'm tired of being stressed and depressed about the fact that my car is unreliable. I'm tired. So I'm going to disassociate. I think that's the term for it. I don't know the medical meaning behind disassociating. But I remember doing this as a kid too. I would always disassociate from any negative things or circumstances or 3D circumstances that I was experiencing, and I would go into my imagination and choose a preferred state, a preferred story, because it felt better in my little body. So when you choose a preferred state because it simply feels better. Oh, and what I was saying is the moment that I decided that, you know what, I'm over feeling all of these negative emotions that come with the state of acne and non-reliable car. When I decided that I'm going to choose that preferred state that says I have a reliable car, I have glass skin, I could literally feel the stress and the depression and the anxiety leaving my body. I could literally feel it leaving my body. And I chose that state not because I was going to get something from it, which obviously I did. And obviously you will, because as within, so without. And your state is what manifests your experiences. But in that moment, I chose those states, and I continued to choose those states. Persistence, consistency, persisting in the state of the wish fulfilled. I persisted so effortlessly because I was choosing what felt better to me. So every day when I woke up and when I looked in the mirror, and even though the mirror would show me like acne all on my skin, and even though I would go and have to go to work and was unsure if my car was going to crank or not, even though those were my 3D circumstances, every time I ran into these circumstances, or I saw myself in the mirror, or my car acted up on me, I disassociated from the 3D, and I literally reselected every time that preferred state because it felt better in the moment, right? So some people can call it lying to yourself. Some people can call it being delusional. I call it just choosing a preferred state that makes you feel better in your body, and it manifests your reality so effortlessly. So because I chose these states over and over and over and over again, it became my actual reality. It became my reflection, right? Because the 3D is just a mirror of your internal conditions, your internal state. So to manifest 100 times faster than you've already been manifesting, for one, what also sticks out to me in that story is I did not waver. Meaning I didn't go back. It was easy for me not to waver. You know why? Because I knew that the moment I reselected and that other state, I would go back to feeling bad in my body. I would go back to feeling depressed, feeling stressed, feeling anxious, feeling down. wanting to isolate myself, just feeling bad overall. And going back to a state in which I felt bad overall is just going to produce more experiences for me to experience, and more things that's going to manifest that will make me feel bad, sad, depressed, and anxious. So because I did not want to feel like that anymore, sometimes you just got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You got to be sick and tired of feeling broke. You got to be sick and tired of feeling stressed out and depressed. You got to be sick and tired of feeling lonely, and just completely disassociate with that identity, with that state, and choose a preferred state, not because you're going to get something from it, not because you're going to get clear skin, or you're going to get a new car, or you're going to get more money, or you're going to get the lover that you want, but because it simply feels better in your body. You feel better by telling yourself a new story, a story that suits you, a story that benefits you, a story that serves you, right? And because I selected these states based on how they made me feel in my body, I was able to manifest so effortlessly, so fast, and I did not have to put in any work to persist, right? So I was able to persist effortlessly, and everything really was just so effortless for me. So when it comes to feeling is the secret, in the way that I just explained it in this video, me choosing a preferred state because it just feels better to tell myself that I'm beautiful. It feels better to tell myself that I have clear skin. It feels better to tell myself that I drive a really nice, reliable car. It feels better to tell myself that I have more money than I can ever spend. It feels better for me to tell myself that and to select that state versus continuously telling myself the story in which the 3D is showing me. Oh, you don't have any money, or you're getting fat, or, you're ugly, or you have all this acne on your face, or you're never going to be chosen by this person, or all of these negative things that do nothing for me besides lower my vibration and frequency and just make me feel like overall crap. You got to think about it like this. You are telling yourself a story one way or another, right? One way or another. And whatever you telling yourself is the truth, right? Regardless of what you are seeing in your 3D, your truth is whatever you decide to tell yourself on a consistent basis. Your truth is your preferred state that you decide, I want to be in this state. At any given moment, you can change your story. At any given moment, you can select a better feeling state and persist in that state, and you will get what you want, because as within, so without. What feels better for you? What feels better, meaning what feels less stressful? What makes you feel less anxiety? What makes you feel less depressed and more happy? What makes you, or not even happy, but maybe just neutral? Feelings are your first manifestation of your thought. So if you are thinking negatively, your next manifestation is going to be how you feel, and then your next manifestation is going to be what you experience. So the fact that I chose a state that made me feel better, choosing a preferred state, you can select this preferred state through affirming, inner conversation, visualization, scripting, however you want to tell your new story to yourself. That is selecting a state. And that story will manifest new feelings, and those feelings, along with the thoughts that you're thinking, will manifest your experiences. And before you know it, boom, you got your clear skin, your glass skin. Boom, you're driving your new car. And I want to speak about time also, and how this method of choosing a preferred state because it feels better not only allowed me to persist effortlessly, and I did not waver simply because I knew that was going to make me feel bad, and this over here is going to make me feel okay, good, confident, all those things, right? But not only does it help with that, but it also helps with checking the time and being validated by the 3D. But we'll go into that in a part 2 of this video, so be sure to stay tuned. If you would like one-on-one coaching with me, the link will be down in the description box below. Every time, that's a tongue twister for me. Also, if you want to join the channel membership, we are now doing a self-concept challenge for the entire month of August. I also have a self-concept subliminal that is for members only. So if you would like to join, the link will also be down below in the description box. All right. So be sure to like the video, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one. Sending nothing but peace, love, and blessings. Happy manifesting.